Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sunday Morning Coffee with Lisa. I'm Spiritual Coach Lisa Hopp. It is Sunday, January 22nd, 2023. Thank you so much for joining me. It's not exactly Sunday morning, but it's Sunday evening. I hope you had a wonderful day. I hope the start of your week is wonderful and filled with blessings. So I woke up this morning and I had a bit of a much more froggy throat. And if you listen to me every week, you can hear it. It's much better now, but it's still there quite a bit. So for those of you who are new, thank you so much for joining today. Welcome. Please be sure to check out my website at lisahopp.com for all about my services. Scheduling an appointment is on every page. Everything is done through online scheduling. All about special events coming up. There are virtual meditations every couple of weeks. I have to schedule the new ones past February 1st, but please check all of that out. I'm also on Instagram under Spirit Teacher or Spiritual Coach Lisa Hopp. Of course, I'm here on YouTube. Please like, subscribe, and share. And I'm on Facebook under my business page, Spirit Teacher Lisa Hopp. Thank you so much. So today's topic, and it will be a shorter podcast, I say, though once I get going, who knows how long I might talk. But the voice may remind me that I should get off. Today's topic actually is tied to this frogginess of my voice today, and that's the topic of when we self-sacrifice. And some of us self-sacrifice to the point of being a martyr. And that can be very annoying if one of those is in your life. Or if you are one, it may be annoying to others. Or it may be wonderful to others if they love benefiting from your martyrdom. I am one, particularly that does not want to and will insist on not benefiting or taking from a martyr. I just don't want a person to feel that way. I want them to feel more love and appreciation for themselves. But sometimes we just self-sacrifice. So now we can self-sacrifice through how we feel about ourselves or through emotional triggers that can happen to us. Now, for those of you who listen weekly, you may have heard at some point, a few weeks ago perhaps, that I had been triggered before by a child, actually an early adulthood event tied to a family member, where at the time I was in between work and I was a temp, and they were making me feel bad for going to visit an aunt in the South when I didn't have a job. They felt it was a vacation and I wasn't working hard enough to deserve a vacation. So of course I've gone through my life having to overcome deserving a vacation. Now, I got a wake-up shout about that, going on 13 years ago now, where I should take vacations. The universe, my loved ones in heaven, my angels, my spirit guides, took care of it for me a bit. And when I asked them recently why that event happened, they said, because you never would have known your own value. And they're correct. They are completely correct. But many of us walk around this earth not knowing our own value. Now, just because I've learned my own value, and now I do take vacations, and I do give myself more time off than I did at the time of that event, excuse me, I still get triggered at times. And so recently, I have about a 7-week wait for an appointment. So recently I had new and I want to say returning clients question me on if I'm working hard enough. Now, do not put a negative vibe out about that. Don't go, No way. It's okay. They just didn't want to wait as long as they were waiting. And I completely understand on a human level and on a customer service level. I do. But because they triggered me, what I did going into the new year was that I allowed myself to be overbooked. And guess what? Yes, the first time in 3 years, I start out with a scratchy throat that I can't come back from throughout the week. Along with, I want to say, perhaps like a postnasal drips. It's like a cold. I've tested and I'm negative for the big things. But yes, and I have to say, I was annoyed. I've been annoyed because I really like the fact that my immune system's been strong enough to hold things off, and that I have stayed healthy and I've lived a life of balance, and that, yes, I allowed myself to be triggered. I will not do it again. Twice now, I will not do it again. I have to trust that I'm doing the best I can, and that while people don't want to wait, they also are good people that wouldn't want anyone to harm themselves. You have to think that about people. Right? Yes, think that about people. Be positive. And so I do think overall mankind is good. It is up to me to take care of myself. It's up to me to be okay with the wait. It's okay for me to acknowledge that I do my work well enough that I have a wait. It's okay for me to take time today to watch a football game instead of working harder so that people wait shorter, even without a voice. It's okay for me to take a vacation. It's okay for me to feel good about my life, and it's okay for you. It is okay for you. Now, here's the thing about this as well. It's not just about a lack of self-love and a need to be appreciated because of a lower sense of self-love. It also puts you in a state of lack, which means that you will not attract into your life the abundance, the health, obviously, the love that you deserve. For instance, here's an easy one. When I sometimes let someone go in traffic, sometimes I want them to wave. I want them to say thank you. And if they don't, I speak in my car. How many of you do that? When you do something, you want to thank you, no matter what it is. Well, you see, I immediately correct myself when I do that. It's usually when I'm cranky. But I correct myself because I know that you should only give unconditionally, that there is more than enough time to let a car go. There's more than enough wealth to be distributed. There's more. No, I heard someone say greed. No. Yes, are there greedy people? Yes. But there is infinite resources. There are infinite trees and oxygen. And yes, the earth has its issues right now. But we can overcome that. We have the ability, and we will, because we've done it again and again and again. There is an infinite universe serving us. There is infinite energy. And so when you say, you have to thank me, whether you're right or not, what you're saying is, there is not enough. I don't have enough to give you. I see lack. I want to see more. And so the universe obeys. It obeys. I'm going to cough for a moment. Apologies. It obeys. And it sends you people that won't thank you. And it sends you people that will cut you off in traffic. And it'll send you a boss that won't give you a proper raise. Or you won't get that break in line that somebody else does. It will show itself. Maybe it shows itself in your bills going up. And I'm not saying, by the way, excuse that noise if you heard it. It's not, what I mean is it's more solely to you. Right now there is, because of bird flu, higher eggs. There is, we're all coming back from a pandemic. So we're now just starting to come back from our shipping issues, from our supply issues. And so things are a little bit higher, but they will go down. For the most part, it's not a way of life. It is in a large way temporary. So I don't mean that in a global scale. I mean it in your own life. What pertains to you, what you see that is not breaking for you. It's not going to break for you if you feel you have to hold on to what you have. And you're giving it up out of a sacrificial way. Or, as I said, because you don't feel you're worthy of what you have. You have to be grateful for what you have and see the blessings around you, and then you'll see more come into you. My household just had an abundant moment, and before it had the abundant moment, a mysterious check came in the mail that was valid and was ours. It boggled our mind because we didn't understand it, but it was valid. That was a symptom, a sign of abundance, showing itself before fuller abundance appeared. Sometimes I get credits and I don't understand why. It's because I'm in the abundant flow. So it's very important not to look for, but be aware of what you're putting out and what you're getting back. If you're not getting back what you want, it has to be adjusted. Are you being grateful enough? Are you in the moment with your family, with your friends? Are you in the moment of performing your job, even though you're wanting for better and giving it 110% of yourself? Are you just enjoying life and the beauty of it? Again, with that massive joy and gratitude. If you're doing that, it will come around to you again. It's almost as if you have to be paid for your gratitude. You have to be paid for your love. It's natural law. It's natural energy. And we're human. So I say to my clients every day, it's not a blame game. We're just human and we don't realize our own power. It's knowing that we have the power, that we can change our thoughts and our feelings and our words. We can give only unconditionally and understand that we can't. If we can't, then we shouldn't, because we're just working against ourselves. Sometimes I get asked to give to a charity and I give gratefully. Sometimes I don't, because I'm not in that place. And I know that if I give out of obligation, if I give out of force, if I give out of, they're making me feel bad. And I've had that happen. I've had the phone call that says, if you don't give, you should feel bad. Yes. Well, no, I'm not going to feel bad. So by not giving, what that person doesn't realize is that by saying that, by trying to make me feel bad, they just brought the energy they don't want to themselves. I'm not participating. So when you give with joy. I won something once, a 50-50, and I so joyfully gave it back. I was excited about it. Like, I was so excited about it. People around me wanted me to win because they wanted me to have that joy of giving it back. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And when you find a dime on the sidewalk or $1, joy, just joy. When you give to someone, when you're letting them go in traffic, smile, be happy you can serve them in that way. They just got somewhere a little safer and faster, and you were a part of that. You gave yourself a part in that. We're all so much better off when we serve each other. We're so much better off when we're not seeing that you have that and I don't have that. They have that and I don't. No one's taking from you. There is a universe that's just waiting to serve you. Doesn't mind. Is not really emotionally involved. Just puts out in response whatever it sees. Consider it your bank account. And know when you give of yourself freely, you're going to get a deposit. It might be when you least expect it. It might be soon, it might be later, but it will come. And we're all living in this energy. And we often call it miracles or luck, when all it is aligned energy. It's just aligned energy. Know that and allow yourself to be powerful like that. And when it comes to health, treat yourself like the king and queen that you are. Never give so much of your tank that it's empty. I'm speaking to me at this time too. Always give from an overflowing tank. Know when to back up. Sometimes I just back up. And I notice that nobody notices when I back up. Maybe they do, they just don't tell me. But I back up to take care of myself. I back up because I have value. Because I matter. And I cannot give to others if I harm myself. Now, in this world as well, we do teach people how to treat us. And there are people that are natural takers. And there are people that aren't natural takers that are trained to take. So you can't be mad at someone for taking when you gave them the playbook. Again, enjoy your life. Enjoy what you receive that matters to you. Know that everyone is taken care of. Everyone can heal if they want to be on this earth. Everyone can be happy. Everyone can have love. Everyone can be wealthy. We just have to know what we deserve. Know who we are. And who we are is magnificent, powerful energy. And another thing I want to actually leave you with today. We're taught in this world by humans that those who sacrifice, that those who are martyrs, they have the keys to heaven. They get to heaven first, or it's easier for them. The meek inherit the earth. The spiritual should not be wealthy. Goes on and on. I guess the poor, pure of soul, that is all a myth. Yes, there are consequences. When you cause harm, you receive consequences. What you put out, you get back. Consequences. When you sacrifice, the person that you think in this world is awful is getting to heaven right with you, if not before you or ahead of you. It doesn't matter to that energy. We are loved unconditionally. We are given mercy. It is not a human energy that judges, that condemns, that has conditions for love. It's definitely not angry. There have been people in this world that have gone to heaven. You can look it up on YouTube of the near-death experiences. Every once in a while you get someone who gets a little lesson about hell. That's all about their personal story and what they needed to have happen. But 99.9% of the time, the person will tell you they didn't want to come back because of the love that was there, the immeasurable, unconditional mercy, adoration, and love. It was home. They went home. We all get to go home, no matter who we are. Sure, you might get time out if you're awful. I call it the comfort in for evil on the north side. But you cannot give up on one soul rightfully. So please know it's all right to tap into the infinite universe. And as long as you are of good karma and you're not cheating and lying and harming, then wealth is your birthright. And love is your birthright. And health is your birthright. And if it happens, look for what it can do to make your life larger. I mean a diagnosis, a change. As I said, I was told you wouldn't have known your own value. That's how much they love us. They wanted me to know my own value. They want you to know that as well. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you're well. I know that next week I'll probably be back with my smooth, put you to sleep voice before tonight. I'm going to hop off and wish you all the best and remind you to check out my website at lisahop.com and all the social media sites I mentioned before. And please like, subscribe, and share. And I enjoy your comments so much. Thank you so much. Have a blessed evening and a blessed week.